All right, guys. So, in honor of Market Garden, 72-year anniversary, September 17th, 1944. As you know, Operation Market Garden started. Usually, we play the full campaign scenario of It Never Snows or Hell's Highway by Victory Games. This year, with me having a cold majority of the week, and in the recent move, I really just didn't have the space for the full campaign of It Never Snows. I lost my plywood when I moved into the apartment condo from the house. So what I decided is my friend Dazlo is now setting up his troops, the Germans getting everything ready, and we're going to run through the Witches Cauldron, which is scenario 5.5. And what that does is, as you can see, I've got a bunch of troops right here on the board. It's all the airborne, and they're basically, you're in 5109, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Within one. So basically, all of my airborne troops are out of supply, and the game starts on turn 8, and it goes to turn 17. And basically, what's going to happen here is all of my airborne start out of supply, and they will come into supply when the 30 Corps comes in. Turn 8 is only a German activation. They don't get any airstrikes or artillery points for the first activation, but they will start moving in on turn 9. They're going to get 2 points for airstrikes every turn after that, and including turn 9. As you can see here, the Arnhem Bridge has been blown, and the 30 Corps in turn 9 for me is going to come in off the bottom, and I need to make my way to Wall River and to the Rhine and cross it and link up with the airborne division in order for them to be back into supply. The German player has, in this case, Dazlo, he's going to have 8 turns, or 10 turns, excuse me, to basically eliminate all my presence north of the Rhine River. He starts with, obviously, less units. He does have some, they're all SS, and right now some of them are damaged and some of them are not. Same with mine underneath. As you can see, all of mine are going to have out of supply markers, and they will remain that way until I'm in supply. So I'm going to have to either cross the river down here or over here. Honestly, the second is better just because it allows me to move into road march on the next activation, where here I'm going to have to make my way through Clear or Polder, which is very slow. And being 30 Corps armor, it's going to do much better on those roads so that I can try to march on up. So we've gone ahead and I organized all the troops so that it'll be easier for us to find them during the reinforcement phase. And I've got all of my allied troops here. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and start play. I'll probably turn the camera back on here in a little bit and explain how things are going during the Germans' activation, and that way you guys can kind of see what's going on. Thanks. Alright, so we're on the German activation here of turn 2. As you can see, he's getting ready to move back in. First round, he had lots of attacks, but he had a lot of he took a lot of hits. So did I. He did have a lot of retreats that have pushed him further back. So he's just moving back in. As you can see, I'm still out of supply, but I did have my reinforcements of artillery come in. They were able to use ferries to cross the Wall River here. Probably saying it wrong, but whatever. They're about to pass over north of the Rhine River, which will basically open us up to over here. He did get some reinforcements. He got some 9th Panzer SS artillery. I think they're already now back in the mix over here. I think he's already mixed them in on me. So what I did was, for the Allies, I basically, I took some losses on these outer stacks. So with my movements halved, I went ahead and removed from right in this section here and refortified a few of my stacks so that they can withstand a little bit more damage. It looks like it might only be another turn or two before I'm able to link up and be in supply. Especially with the road march rules and the combat. I didn't airstrike this last turn because I have limited airstrike with these airborne, and I really didn't want to waste it. But it looks like depending on how his attacks go here, I may very well have to, just because I don't want to risk losing too much. I can always open up this ferry here and ferry guys in and connect my 30 core that way, but 30 core has to trade supply from hex 4214, which I believe puts me right here. If I remember correctly, right on this road here. So really, I'm not too far off from it. But the rules state that I have to be in the north. He can't clear me out of north of the Rhine, or else he wins. So my thought process so far is to keep units, even if they're down here, as long as they're north of the Rhine, it doesn't matter. It's an automatic victory for me. So I may change up strategy and try a few different tactics to see what happens. But I'll be back. All right, so coming into German activation for turn 13. As you can see, there's a lot going on over here in Osterbeek, right outside of Arnheim. The Germans have chomped down quite a bit and knocked out quite a few units. But right now there's a lot of stiff resistance coming right out of here. These guys are just, you're talking 14th, 15th to strength points, sitting in woods and in village, so they're able to shift combat odds columns to like the left, which is really not working out too well here for the German player. They're having issues with airstrikes, not being able to really hit. I just had that issue with my artillery down here. They weren't able to hit either. It happens. Right now I am able to pull supply for my troops, and I just have to hold on now for 3 more turns after this. If he can't knock all these units out, then it is a victory for the German player. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to find out, and we'll be back. All right, so we've called it a victory here for the Allies. It's turn 6. Turn 16, about to be turn 17 for the Allies, which would be the final turn. The problem with the Germans are going to have is that they literally just lost their strongest unit. It got halved in a attack. And basically, there's no way for them to eliminate these stacks. I've got some stacks coming up on here that are in the 14s for defense, and I'm not attacking. I'm just holding position. There's no way that they're going to be able to do anything. They missed on their last few airstrikes. And honestly, we figured out where the loss came from is early on. He forgot airstrikes and missed some airstrikes, and he was trying to knock out the my 30 core supply line down here on the bottom, and he just couldn't do it. Had he done that, these guys all would have lost supply and would have held them out of supply for a few extra turns, allowing him to really pound on them. But once they became in supply, it's really hard for you to do that because their strength, their defense is just, it's unreal. Well, they're out of supply, it's halved, and it's much easier for him to inflict damage, which he was doing. And of course, I was having to retreat into hexes and become DG'd, which was also having me, and it was making him just lay into me. But once I was able to open up supply and hold it, there just really wasn't too much more that he could do in this mission. So, we'll probably set it up again some other time here and play again and see if he fares better on a different mission.